From the south,
My name's Tris, and this channel is doubling now. Hopefully you're tuning in from seeing the previous episode and you're wondering what's going on, or you're a long time follower of the channel, which I must say thank you. And before I get started, thank you to my patrons, channel members, subscribers, people that comment and like. What I've been doing on this, if you haven't already been following the channel and you've just seen this pop up in this episode 2 and you clicked on it, a recap on this is I wanted to do something that was first of all fun, simple to a certain extent. Simple would be a single piece of track running through, right, with just on my workbench, then on a piece of wood. I want to add some points in. The complexity comes in because I'm actually using a different type of point, so if you've got a train set, just got that, you'd be having like these insulated frogs that are on the points. Basically it stops things shorting out, and if you've got loops and things, makes it work. On this I've got electro frog points. They're code 75, which is a finer grade from code 100. If you don't already know, there are other levels of track out there as well, going up to the Pico bullhead size. This is all Pico track, it's all code 75, and it's the wooden sleeper type, if you don't already know. So that's a recap on that. Like, what did I want to do? So I wanted to build a shunting layout, and the idea would be that I could bring in a van or a wagon or a water tanker and bring that in, and it gets left here, and it can be shunted around by a small diesel that you have on the layout. When I say small diesels, you'll be working from like one of the Hornby Class 08s. This is my Phantom that I got from Tony's Trains of Rugby very recently, and I'm looking forward to using it. I will be using it on this layout, even down to the tiny little Rustons. If I want to go steam, I have various small locos as well that I can bring onto this and have some fun with, so you can leave it to your imagination here. Since the last episode, we've been talking on the comments. Well, I've had a lot of comments. I haven't replied to any yet. I've had a lot of views compared to what I normally get on the videos, so clearly this is an interesting topic for people. So hopefully this will not let you down. So we've got the loco now in the situation where it can come in, and after quite a few people said it, we've got a loop to basically leave our wagons on here, and the loco will go to the head shunt, which is a place that the locos can go into, and then as they're shunting, there's enough room that they can come back, go around, and this one would then be, I guess, leaving, or it could come back down here, pick up a load that it needs, and off it goes. So there's some play value there. Then whilst that's sitting there, we could get our rate will come out, go around, pick it up, bring it back in, and shunt it into the sidings how we want it to, in a particular order, let's say. So then it would be kind of like living over here, have a small shed, I was thinking, kind of a square that would take up the space of two things. So one thing will be a little coaling depot for its steam, but I think maybe we can then take that out, and then we put in like an oil depot. We can have some fun, see some rough pictures of one, make some, or we end up buying one, not sure yet. We could go for the scratch milled mode, or we can go and make the parts ourselves, which would be kind of fun. So by adding the loop, it's actually made the layout become longer, really. And I'm going to start this episode off with building the mini extension with it. But the idea of this layout, it's the same length as my hobby room board, because what I want to do is I'll push this back, I'll have a controller, I'll be messing around with it, I can do video shots, I can do little pictures for like my Instagram, my own kind of enjoyment in general. I can take this outside nice and easy, and I can put it on a 4-foot table. Now I feel like with the way that we've had the kind of loop around bit, I want to add an extension to what would be the point in which it enters the railway, because at the end we can have a little tunnel. Now with that extra bit, I won't be able to get around my work area. I'll just show you on the camera. So this is my walk around area. So normally I walk around my table like this, go to the door. Now this would be sticking out. So my idea for the extension, which would just be a piece here, doesn't need to be too long, just enough to take, actually it could be up to here as a length of track. So what I'm going to do, and it might mean that you have to wait a bit longer, But where we have the piece on is on here. I have it on a hinge just here. And it means that I'll be able to rotate it out of the way as I walk in. And then I can obviously tilt it back. I'll use the other part of the hinge, pull the pin out and put it in kind of thing. So we'll take the pin out to move it, bring it back over, put the pin back in. Then this be locked in position, and we'll have our length of track going down here without bothering the, you know, the egress and ingress of the room. So I'm kind of really happy with that. And when it goes up on the shelf, if I really want to, I can take out the other pin from the other side. That can sit on the side or somewhere else. And then this layout will be 5 feet long now instead of the 4 foot. But that's okay because I've got a 5 foot table. So if this was going to be at an exhibition, that'll be okay. I've got a block of wood together. So basically I've cut some pieces. So that's 45 across that way by 15 on the centimetres. And so that will then naturally build up. So I'll have a U support underneath. And not that it needs much at all. If anything, it's just making it look tidy. Because obviously it'll be next to the rest of the layout. So that will drop on there. The idea is that I'll have a hinge on both sides. One being a hinge and the other one being the pin lock to hold it in the right position. So that should hopefully work out. Though it might need to be on a table, depends on how well it sits against on the hinge. If it holds straight, you might need a bit of support under there, like I said, from a larger table. But anyway, I'm going to take it back up into the hobby room. So it's been in the cold garage because it's a really cold day today. I'm going to basically screw it together with some screws. And then I need to go to B&Q and get some hinges. So that's now together. I cleaned up the ends quickly on my sanding disc. So everything's all smooth and the same kind of the sticky out bits is what I'm trying to say. And on the end here, I've cleaned it all up nicely. So the wood's nice and clean. It will fit nice and flush against the end. So I'll just show you here. The idea is it will be sitting here. And then we'll be able to basically move it out the way so it's not kind of getting away with me getting into the room, which is great. I've been to B&Q, picked up some of these 50mm hinges. They will go on like this. So one will be more like that, and then the other one will be attached on the end, so then it can pivot away. It's a bit dark, so you can't really see so well. But it's about the time I normally leave to go to my Model Railway Club. I'm going to just have a running night tonight. I just want to take some things with me, see if there's room to run it. But what I'll do is I'll record a little bit just so you can enjoy a bit of running club now. So this is my club. I've got the octagon out already. So I'm going to go inside and see what they're all up to. But yeah, it's always nice when you come. I haven't been here for a while. Just travelling with work. And then when you are home, sometimes the last thing you want to do is go out and about. So yeah, let's go inside. I've brought some things with me too. I think the thing with Shunting puzzles and Shunting layouts, it's just cutely small, things pottering around, and it's, I don't know, it's interesting. And it can be small, isn't it? I heard about this. The HST. That's the only reason you're here tonight.
One of the lights right in the front is going that way.
Well, you can do that. Oh, the Bluetooth. Wait, manual.
It's starting again. I'm going to go with it. Oh no. So next day, I went to the Model Hour Club last night, as you would have seen, and it was nice to go and to see everyone. I don't always get to go there, do a bit of travelling with work, so it kind of cuts in the way of that. So when you get back, you're getting a bit tired, and the things that you really enjoy doing, you don't do. So it was nice to go and gain a bit of inspiration for this. So we're going to attach this now to the baseboard using the hinges like I showed you before. I don't think you're going to get too excited me showing you me fitting them, but basically what I want to try and do is make sure they line up nicely. With them popped up against each other, obviously there is a height difference, so I just need to push down on here. So what I want to do is just try and make sure that they're flat. So I've put the chunky end this end and this that end. What I'll do is I will line up this on here and we'll just screw them in place and see how we get on. So push down, screw in, and hopefully it's flattish across here. Again, the whole point of all this is having fun and keeping in that mode of being motivated and inspired. So I'm going to attach this here. So what I'm going to do, well, I'll say what I'm going to do. I keep saying what I'm going to do all the time. So if I attach it this way and then this closes, the parts will be in line here, which would be nice. I think there'll be a negative because it'll make it swing deeper. If I have it, I'm not sure if I have like that, it will come out proud. I'm not sure. I think I need to do it more like this. I guess we can mess around with it a little bit, right? But basically, I'm going to screw it on. Got my little driver. And nice and simply, we're just going to come in here. So with that fitted, what it will mean is where my radiator is, it just misses it like that, almost to perfection. You can see there, pure chance, and that will just basically tuck back here, so then I can walk past, and that's it, you know. So I can still enjoy a little hobby bit. I'm not going to worry too much about this bit because that's going to have the other hinge now going in here, which I can then knock the pin out, and then that will hold it nicely in position. Like I said, this will be on a 5-foot table, so it'll be propped up here. And I can always get a bit of wood to support it when this is closed here. I can then just pop something under there, chock it up, and then everything will run smoothly. So that's kind of awesome. So now what I've done is I've added the hinge, which I've broken into 2 pieces. So we've got the other one there. That will line up there. I do need to tweak the fit of it, but the principle is it drops in and then it's not going anywhere. Okay, and then we pull that pin out and it can go. So I'm happy with that. So that's going to work for me. Obviously this area is going to be covered anyway. So the idea is we'll have our track attached to here. So whichever way it decides to come in, we will then slice across here, put some copper clad sleeper bits there so it's firm and sturdy. And then we've got our area here that we can work on, bring locos on off. You know, I could choose to block this off if people can't see it, or they can see what I'm putting on, because it's always nice to see what's going to be coming out. So we can then have the division up here with a small, you know, bit where we have the tunnel entrance just here. We could have a little road maybe going on top, I don't know. There's always the classic scenarios that we can do. The engine shed will be here. Be good as we go down. It's the tools. But anyway. So I'm going to call it a day for doing the work on here. I'm really happy kind of looking at it. It's over here. The layout was too short to do what I wanted to do. And I was going to stress it a bit out. And I thought, God, I'm taking the fun out of this. The whole idea was to have fun, right? But the reality is we can just add a bit on. But well, the adding bit on gets in the way. It's like, well, let's make it so it's movable. We now have a hinge. So the fun is continuing. Also, to keep it fun, I'm going to end the video there. The next video, I really feel like that's track laying. Yeah, I think it's track laying. So we should be able to get maybe a loco running by the end of the next video. Who knows? I want to keep this enjoyable for me in bite-sized chunks for you. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the hingy roundy bit. If you think, terrible idea, what are you doing, man? You should slot it in. For me at the moment, it feels like the right thing to do. I'm not going to change it though, but I would like to know what you think. You know, what would you have you done instead? Would you not had a run round loop? I think run round loop's going to be good. So I'm feeling kind of positive about it. I'm happy with the whole hinge thing. You can take the pin out. I've seen that done before. It's not my own idea. So yeah, anyway. Like I said, thanks before to my subscribers, people that comment and like. That helps the videos grow. Also, what helps the channel grow is my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for everything. Anyway, I'll see you on the next episode, whenever it might be. Hopefully really soon. Anyway, take care. Look after yourselves. Goodbye.